constantly battling your own mind? Like, no matter how much you try to be better, feel better, there's a voice that always pulls you back? Yeah, same. This book cracked that open for me. Welcome to MindMuse Audio, and today we're diving into Love Yourself Like Your Life Depends on It by Kamal Ravikant. Let's sit with this one because it's deeper than it sounds. Part 1, The One Promise That Changed Everything. So here's how Kamal's story starts. He was on the floor, emotionally, mentally, physically. He just hit rock bottom. A startup failed. Someone he loved was gone, and he didn't want to be alive anymore. And in the middle of all that pain, he made one promise to himself: I will love myself truly, deeply, like my life depends on it. Simple, right? But have you ever truly done that? Not just surface level self care, but real love? Like, I've got your back no matter what kind of love? It hit me. I'd never done that either. Part 2, The Loop That Runs Our Life. Most of us are running on a mental loop. Same thoughts, same emotions, same self talk, day in, day out. And if that loop is full of shame, self doubt, and I'm not good enough, guess what shows up in our reality? Exactly that. Pause here and think, what's your loop saying right now? Kamal realized his loop was one of self hate and guilt. So he decided to interrupt it and replace it with something radically different. I love myself. That's it. A sentence, a new loop. But he didn't just say it, he practiced it obsessively, like it was the one thing keeping him alive. Part 3, It's not woo woo, it's a survival skill. Now, before you roll your eyes, let's be real. Self love has been turned into this fluffy, cliche idea on social media, bubble baths, and vision boards. But this book, it's raw and honestly kind of urgent. Kamal isn't telling you to light incense and chant. He's saying if you don't actively choose to love yourself, your mind will eat you alive. It's not a nice to have, it's survival. So he built his day around it, a mental workout, not a physical one. He meditated on I love myself. He wrote it down. He repeated it like a mantra while walking, eating, even brushing his teeth. Because just like a negative thought loop becomes automatic, so can a loving one. Part 4, The Mental Push Up. Let's talk real life. Ever been mid panic spiral and tried to talk yourself down? Kamal created what he calls a mental push up. One simple sentence: I love myself. He used it like a sword. Anytime a painful thought came in, he'd repeat this over and over, sometimes for hours. You know what it reminds me of? When you're in a gym and your muscles are screaming, but you push through. That's what this is: emotional muscle work. So, next time your brain says you're not enough, try whispering back, I love myself. Just sit with that for a second. Say it out loud, even if it feels awkward, especially when it feels awkward. That's the rep that counts. Part 5. Love as a skill, not a mood. Here's a shift that changed me. Love isn't something you feel randomly, it's something you build. Like a skill, like cooking or learning a language. And loving yourself, it's the hardest skill because it means forgiving yourself every day. It means catching your own self abandonment in real time. Kamal admits he'd fall off, he'd get triggered, he'd forget. But the work was in returning again and again, like a prayer. What if you started treating self love not as a feeling, but as a daily practice? Not something you deserve after achieving enough, but something you build before anything else. Part 6. The hidden power of loving yourself. Now, this part gave me chills. Kamal said the moment he really committed to loving himself, his life started changing. Opportunities showed up, health got better, people responded differently. Why? Because when you love yourself, your energy changes. Not in a fake positive way, but in that deep, magnetic, grounded way. You stop chasing people who treat you like an afterthought. You stop begging the world to see you because you see you. And slowly, life starts to match your inner tone. Not overnight, but it happens. You know what I mean? So, how do you start? Okay, so what do you do with all this? Here's what Kamal suggests. And honestly, it's so simple, it's almost too easy to dismiss. Start saying out loud in your head, I love myself. Say it when you wake up, when you catch your reflection, when your mind starts spiraling. Write it, meditate on it, feel into it. And if you don't believe it yet, say it anyway. Because the point isn't to fake confidence, it's to train it. This isn't about ego, it's about coming home to yourself. Pause here and think, what would change if you choose to love yourself today? Even when you're healed, not when you've achieved more, but now, just like that. Yeah, this one hit deep. It reminded me that the foundation of everything, healing, success, connection, starts with how you treat you. So here's your reminder for the day. You're not broken, you're just a human being learning to love yourself, and that's enough. Let me know what landed with you in the comments. Seriously, what line stuck? Send this to someone who's been hard on themselves lately. And if you need to revisit this practice, come back anytime. Thanks for listening to MindMuse Audio. If this helped you reflect, like, share, and subscribe, and come back when you need a reset. You've got this.